Sure, Mark. Thanks for doing this interview with me. I'm so delighted to help Denise in any way I can. She's had such an impact on my life. And I am a performance and leadership coach for entrepreneurs and executives. And I basically help them redefine work so they can have the endurance that they need as a leader to make an impact. Yeah, this is super exciting for me to go back because I've been in boot camp for 2 years now. And when I joined boot camp, I was 6 months into starting my own business. I was still working a corporate job. I didn't actually even know what I was necessarily struggling with. The reason why I joined boot camp was because all my new business friends were in boot camp. So I think my struggle was entrepreneurial loneliness, which is what attracted me to the group. And they were all telling me about all these fantastic people that you should meet. And it was like just this networking hotspot for really smart, savvy, money conscious women. And I had been on this money mindset journey already for a decade. I had read all the books, I'd already manifested hundreds of thousands of dollars in money and opportunities into my life. And I kind of had the mindset of, yeah, but I know this already. Right. So it was a struggle for me to press buy because I was like, money's kind of tight. I'm just starting out. And I've done all this work already. Is she really going to teach me anything new? But I just really loved Denise's vibe as a mentor. And I really wanted to be surrounded by other women who were thinking this way. So that's really how I jumped into boot camp. I mean, this is so exciting. So my first aha was that first damn money, the list, the upgrade list. Is that what she calls it in there? I've done it so many times already. I don't even know what it's called. It was the first exercise, and I was like, boom, this thing just paid for itself, right? Like just that one exercise totally blew me away because 10 years prior to joining boot camp, my husband and I had started a business and we lost everything. We went bankrupt by the time we closed it. And what that checklist really showed me is, in spite of all this money mindset work that I had been doing and I thought I knew it all, I was still really living with a scarcity energy where I didn't want to replace things. And, things were so tight for us back then. We sold everything in our home to put food on the table for the kids. My husband and I would joke around like only one swipe on the deodorant because, then we'd have to buy more, right? We were really in this frugal state. And even though it was 10 years later and we'd been doing this work to really move past it, there was still some post-traumatic stress there. And between the upgrade checklist, where it showed me where I was being so scarce with my money, scungy undies and all, as Denise says, it really also helped me with the forgiveness piece. That forgiveness exercise that she does in there is also really powerful. I mean, there's so many that I can share, right? I can share that I plan upgrades on the regular, that I'm always in this perpetual state of upgrading, and that there have been, home renovations and new underwear and, first class air flights and really living that lifestyle, as well as, Denise brings such a chill vibe to money and really helps you define what's rich for you. And I could talk about that, but I think like the most profound win that I've had was at Christmas time. I took my daughter to the American Girl doll store. You have a daughter. I'm not sure if she's into American Girl dolls yet, right? And you walk into the store and it is the most overwhelming. It's like floors and floors and floors of merchandise. And, these dolls are $150 and each outfit is $30. And, they have a tree house for $700, right? And I mean, this little girl, I'm like, oh my God. And she's just like, doesn't even know where to go. And so, whereas most parents are probably standing there like tightly clutching their wallets, like, oh my gosh, like in fear about how much it's going to cost or whatever, I was in a place of complete trust and abundance. And I said to her, I said, you know what, Avery, it's my daughter's name, Avery. I said, you can have anything you want in this store. Whatever you want, it's yours. And I trusted that she was going to pick things that I could afford. Right? That she wasn't going to necessarily gravitate to the like $700 treehouse. And I was like, oh, it's a little much. But, that she would pick things that we could afford and that it would be no big deal and that I had the money. And that was the first time that I realized how intertwined abundance and trust are. And, that was a practice when I did the upgrade sheet. I grabbed my husband after doing the upgrade sheet and I said, let's go to the mall and let's say like we can afford anything in the mall. Like I used to avoid the mall. It used to give me a lot of anxiety because I'm like, oh, I can't afford these things. And I had all these money issues around being shopping and being extravagant. And I said, let's just walk through the mall and say, we can have anything we want. We can afford anything that we want in this store. And it was a bit of practice. And then it really paid off that day when I walked into the American Girl doll store. And it didn't cost a fortune. Oh, so since I started my business, I've managed to grow it over 400%, multiple six figures in 2.5 years. I don't worry about money. I don't worry about where clients are coming from. I don't worry about any of that stuff. I just am in that state of trust and knowing that when I make a decision, it's the right decision, and I'm fully supported. It's my time. For anybody who's considering joining boot camp, I want them to invest in the person they want to become. I don't want them to think about where they are now. I want them to think about where they want to go and invest in becoming that person. If someone's just starting out, I think that the best advice that I can give them is to be a forever student. I've gone through Denise's material multiple times. I've done the whole thing. I've done bits and pieces. I've done do it quick. Done it in a group of people, like where a bunch of us decide that we're just going to do it all over again, and to really commit to mastery here. And that mastery takes time. Thank you. She's a great mentor. Thank you.